appreciated that you were here. For those of you just now tuning in, my name's CarmelOP, and welcome back to Deus Ex Human Revolution. We're going to China. We're probably going to run into Tracer Tong if I had to place my money on it. Or would Maggie Chow, Tracer Tong, the Luminous Path. I wonder if we're going to meet any of those characters. What was the other? The Red Arrow Tribe, yeah. I wonder if we're going to run into any of those characters. Probably, most likely. Anyway, last episode I was about to talk about a point, but I'm probably going to get interrupted here, so I'm not going to start on it just yet, especially during the flight or whatever, because it's probably going to give us a cutscene that I need to pay attention to. And some information I need to pay attention to, but it's about design philosophy and character design, which is important because there's two different ways you can design characters.
The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hengsha.
Yep.
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in.
Okay, after these loud fucking jets aren't in my fucking eardrums, then I can talk about it. Holy shit. Ugh, fuck. Sorry, I'm waiting on my art guy to get with me because I'm excited to see what he cooks up. But he's probably cooking in Photoshop right now. He's probably on it. Which we're not going, I don't think we're going to exactly Hong Kong, but you know how gangs are. They could have representatives here that belong to Luminous Path or the Red Arrow or God knows what else. Or maybe we find a young Tracer Tong. Who knows?
Jensen, you might want to get ready. The jewel of the Yangtze approacheth.
Of the Yangtze, whatever.
Son of a bitch. I'm supposed to find answers in that.
Hey, twice the scum and half the space.
Yep.
Hang on, we're going in. The address you got off that Merc, Hengsha Court Gardens. It's a bit of a walk from here in the Yuzhou district, but I figured it might be best not to drop you too close.
In case Barrett only gave up the address, knowing I'd walk into another trap.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
Okay. That works. Okay. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. Okay, so oh god. Yeah, it's where it's first loading everything. I think it'll get better. So what I was talking about was character design philosophy in video games in general. This mainly affects like RPGs and what the fuck, I get a experience for just walking in here. Okay. Anyway, there's a camp of people who prefer silent characters that they can live through, right? Without much personality. You know, think classic Halo, you know, Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, where, you know, your protagonist is really quiet, they barely speak. That way you can assign whatever personality you want to them. Doom Guy kind of fits into this. I only say kind of because I haven't finished Eternal and I haven't played Dark Ages, so that's why I'm saying kind of, because I don't know. And then is that Maggie Chow? No, it's not Maggie Chow. Then you have other people who prefer their characters to have personality to them and whatnot. That way they're not like a blank canvas. You know, those are two very different thoughts about how to go about character design. And I think it kind of depends on obviously the genre, RPG versus FPS, you know. That's really like, you know, like boomer shooter versus fantasy RPG versus tactical RPG versus RTS. You know, like what kind of main character do you want your dude to be? you know, and so that's the question. And like, thankfully, games like this exist where this character is predetermined. Adam Jensen and JC Denton and whatever Alex D. You know, they are predetermined, but like you can still do a few things on your own. Okay, where is the note is on the ass end over there? Are you serious?
This is not the place for you. Get out my way.
What the fuck? Oh, you were talking to him. Okay, well, I'm going to go back to hacking this. No. Okay, I'm just going to go straight to it. So I need to go to the right. Oh, hey, he didn't catch me. Okay, so we're going to do this and that.
Access granted.
Police! Get the cop, leave me alone!
I didn't do anything. I just got some ammo. You know what? I don't care if I get killed here. It was a waste of time anyway. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's like the two design philosophies you can have with character creation, or just any game in general that either has or doesn't have voice characters or voice protagonists rather. I think about Baldur's Gate 3, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. You know, your protagonist doesn't have things to say. Like, you have text, but they don't have like a voice. You know, they don't have a lot of character to them other than your decisions, and people prefer that because they can role play in that way in most games. Whereas, like, you know, there's other RPGs where you play as a specific character and you're not that big of a fan of it. Like, so like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is coming out, and I'm not looking forward to it because there are 4 predetermined characters that exist, and I got a feeling like all of their personality types are going to suck. I think they're all going to be trash, and I just don't expect a lot from it. So I bought the core book to the game, Vampire the Masquerade. It's like D&D, except it has very different rules to go by. But it's the same tabletop RPG. You know, you have powers and such. It is different in its own ways. But the one thing that the game, it doesn't say you have to abide by this rule, but you can because it's easier for storytelling, I guess, is that whatever sections you run are taking place in the now. You know? They're taking place right now, you know, today. So like, because it goes into like world politics and all that too, it talks about that. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in here, but I'm just kind of exploring. Oh, I guess so. Because I can still go up. I'm just going. I don't know where I'm going exactly, but I'm going. But so that's the thing. So with that in mind, obviously the sequel is going to take place in the year 2025, maybe 2026. Who knows? Just whatever. And I've said this. Oh, could that have killed me? No. Okay. But I've said this about a lot of games, like certain things. Like I will always say it because it's true. Games that take place like in modern times kind of suck unless they're sci-fi-ish like this. You know, that you can apply a suspensive disbelief to it. And I've always said in RPGs, the fantasy RPGs, like humans are the most boring race imaginable. Like in Mass Effect, you have to play as a fucking human. Like, it makes sense story-wise, but otherwise, like, I would rather not play as a human shepherd, if that makes sense. But so with the sequel to Vampire the Masquerade, I'm not expecting it to be good. Fuck. I'm not supposed to be here, apparently. I don't have sniper rifle ammo, do I? No, 0. Okay, I think we're okay. Something tells me this hack is going to be hard. I'm also going to save really quick. Okay, so let's break into this computer. Are they going to see me if they turn left? No, I think we're good. I want to hack this really quick. I mean, the security rating is 1. Oh shit, okay, I didn't know I could do that. I need to get all the way over there, so let's do an undetectable. Get a spam undetectable. Ah, fuck. Just hoping it won't take that long.
Access grant.
Okay, what do we see? The conversation has automatically been saved to, I'm assuming, to your conversation history. Master, you there? Pick up, please. Mr. Von Bruggen, this is a surprise. Let's see here. Clients aren't happy. She never is, so you'll arrange with Hong Kong, HK, duh. Might take some time, okay. What the fuck you do, Windmill? Never seen Dragon Lady this pissed off. BT's heading your way. Safety's off. Suggest you get out there now. The Hive, let's see. This Saturday, the Hive will be celebrating 15 years in Lower Hangsha. Come join us to celebrate with an all-night bash. Okay. Let's see. Check out International Superstar. Trung Hua. Yeah, let's see here. The thing that started it all. Okay, whatever.
Get word to Pritchard, Malik. The hacker who's been attacking us goes by the handle Windmill. Real name's Ari Van Bruggen. Bell Tower's been brought in to arrest him.
Arrest or get rid of?
Either way, he found out someone was gunning for him and took off. We need to find him.
There's a nightclub near where I dropped you called the Hive. It's notorious in black market circles. If this Dutchman is running, his first stop will be there.
I'll have a chat with the owner.
Okay. Oh shit, do I want to be in here? Probably not, unless there's some goodies I can have. Painkillers, sure. But that's why I'm not looking forward to Bloodlines 2, is because you're playing predetermined characters as opposed to playing like a hunk. I don't know how to describe it. You're just playing a character, right? You know, and I feel like once you assign voices to certain characters, like they lose their not individuality, but like they lose like maybe their mystique, or they lose like the ability for the player
Jensen,
to.
Figured you might want a heads up before you stroll into the Hive. The owner's name is Tong Si Hung, Tong being his last name. Rumor is he's tied to the Triads.
China's organized crime lords. How wonderful. Anyone else want a piece of this pie?
Gotta have a password for it.
Tong Si Tong, last name Tong.
Did you try Poppy or Clog?
You're an idiot. If we don't find this guy in the next few hours,
Can I please get out of here?
we'll abandon every room in the ranch.
No kidding. The commander's gonna have our heads for dinner.
Well, I guess I can just take him out. I mean, I'd rather not, because this could easily get out of hand, so I'm gonna go back to the elevator and take it back up. Or no, I don't even need to take it back up, do I? Can I just find a way out of here like the way I came in? But that, I don't expect a lot of good things from it. Plus, like, once a game is so old, like, once it's so old, there's nothing. Oh, ooh, shit. Like, there's no sequel that's going to appease the fans, right? Because, like with this to the classic Deus Ex, is because design philosophies have changed so much that it doesn't feel like a really, like, it doesn't feel like a sequel. It just feels like its own game that shares the name. You know, and as unfortunate as that is, it's reality. You know, like when they trying to think of games that fit this category in a way. It's just hard for me to. Come on. Do I even want to go in here? I'm just kind of going places. Yeah.
Access grant.
I will say, like, I figured out the hacking minigame, but it's still, like, not great. So I'm just going to say that now. Like, yeah, I can hack, but it's just, yeah. But, it's just not, I don't think it's going to be good. What game, there was another game, I think, within the past 5 or 6 years that they did. That it was a sequel to a way older game, and it was just okay. It was like a reboot. Because if you look at God of War, even though it's a much later title, or like not later title, scratch that, disregard. Even though like its original 3 were old as shit by the time God of War 2016 came out, it was a fundamentally different game because design philosophy had changed.
The Hive is a members only club, Lawai. Without a membership card, I can't let you in.
You telling me I gotta pay to get into this dive?
We've got a reputation to keep. Can't let just anyone get in here.
Just
Or-
anyone with the money.
No pay, no play. You want to win or not?
No.
Time.
All right, your business. You come back and see me. Change your mind.
Okay, we gotta find another way in this bitch. God, that music though, holy shit. Yeah, I'm not reading that. There's gotta be another way into the club. I mean, most likely there is. Probably not easy. Is it, ooh, hold on, what are you? You're, oh, nothing, okay. There's a lot of verticality to this place, I'll tell you that much.
Related exclusively to the project which has consumed all of my attention.
Of course, I took a little bit of damage from the fall. Come on, there's gotta be another way into that club. There has to be.
And it's time that we
Let's look at the map. Oh, hold on, that's a limb clinic. Hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. We're going to pay for some upgrades real quick. I forgot all about that. I forgot that's some shit I wanted to do. Okay, please be cheap.
International welcomes you. You are preferred client? Select what you want from computer.
Okay. Damn, I don't have enough to buy that. Are you serious? No. I want it so bad. That's fine, though. That's fine.
You come back if you change your mind.
Yeah, we'll do. I mean, I think we have one praxis point, right? I think we have one. Yeah, we have one. What do we want to spend it on? I'm going to save it for the X-ray vision. I'm just going to save it for that because just want it. I gotta get some footage for the powers. Anyway, yeah, God of War 2016 is a fundamentally different game than God of War 3, Ascension, and whatever came out, you know, in the God of War series. So, like, that's going to be the issue that we're going to see. And you know, the thing is like the formula with Vampire Bloodlines 1 It wasn't a bad formula. How much cash do I have on me, actually? I have no, that's 1,000 credits, really? No, I'm not spending money on him to get in. There's gotta be another way in. But I just don't think it's gonna be good. I just don't think it's going to be good. I really don't. I hate saying that. I hate sounding like a doomer, but like, I just don't. It's going to be so story focused, and there's a lot of dialogue in the first game, right? There's a ton, but at the same time, like, the gameplay definitely makes up for that in its own way. Oh hey, there we go. Here's a way in, probably. Yeah, there's a way into the club. And I'm just not looking forward to it. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be. I'm trying to think of like what other games like were just so story focused that they were just bored with the story. And that's just what I think.
You've got to be kidding me. The owner of the most popular club has his office.
You got a favorite poison?
I'm looking for Tom.
Everyone wants to talk to Tom. Just check the VIP lounge upstairs.
Thanks, buddy. Wow, that was pretty straightforward. What do you want, Bug Eye? Where's Tong? This game takes place, I think, in 2015, 2017. So, like, Tracer Tong should be like a child, right? Technically.
You work here?
Yeah, you could say that.
Like a cat playing with a mouse, he likes to toy with people using disinformation. His refusal to do something is not as strong as his greed for personal gain.
Sees no one today.
Look, I didn't come halfway around the world to take no for an answer. Do us both a favor and tell me where he is.
Or what? You get mad and tear down a few walls with those enhancements of yours? This place isn't named the Hive for nothing. It's got plenty of worker bees come out of the paneling to stop you. What is it you think Mr. Tom do for you anyway?
I'm looking for someone. A cybersecurity specialist named Ari Van Bruggen. You know him?
Never heard of him. What do you do? Steal your girl? Owe you money?
He had a job go bad, and now he's on the run from the people who hired him. But you knew that already, because a man like Mr. Tong doesn't hire idiots. And this is the first place people like Van Bruggen come when they need help. So stop wasting my time and take me to Tong.
You've got it backward, boy. You're wasting my time. Van Bruggen is minor league player. Tong knows who he is. He just don't care. He's got bigger things to worry about.
Ooh, pinpoint might be it.
You expect me to fall for that? Small-timers don't attract this much attention. They don't have bell tower soldiers staking out their apartments. Van Bruggen's pissed off somebody big. And there's no way Tong's going to ignore that kind of development in his town.
You're smarter than you look. Yeah. Tong is keeping a close eye on things. Like you said, he's no fool.
He's fucking with me.
Van Bruggen is the hottest thing in town right now. But nobody in Hengsha is going to let an outsider in on the action, especially not Aguayo. You don't know the rules of the game around
here. Probably Alpha. Alpha, yeah, let's appease him. Let's appease him.
You see that bodyguard over there? If you're gonna play tricks on the Guaylo, you gotta train your people better. Everything about him is shouting out who you really are, Mr. Tong.
Oh,
How
damn.
about we go someplace private? Unless you want everyone in the club to know what you're hiding.
Fine. Fine. I'll meet you in my office, downstairs in the basement. The boys will let you through.
Damn, okay. Okay, we are going to upgrade our vision, or smart vision. Bam, yes. See-through walls, okay. How do I activate it? That's the question, actually. Let's figure that part out. View, more info. Humanoid with a series of suspended organic plastic lenses, which in turn use embedded circuitry to build. Okay, yeah, that doesn't tell me how to use it. Unless it's, ooh, hold on. Ooh, D-pad, okay. All right, look at that. Hell yeah. And there we go, there's our clip that I need. I'll probably get more, so it's no big deal. Nothing in there that I need. Some booze. Okay, nothing in here that I want. Ooh. What's in here? We will hack it. Oh, damn, security rating 5. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Where do you go, Mr. Vent? Oh, this is probably like a way to sneak in if I needed to. Yeah, okay, so he knows. I don't know how he got down there before me, but whatever. That's fine by me, Mr. Tong. Where's Tracer at? Is there a photo of Tracer anywhere? No. I do like the wall art that they have in the game. That's something they did a really good job on. What is that? I don't know. Fuck it. Credits. Yes. Give me the $300. Okay, yeah. All right, talk.
So, we got some privacy now. How about you tell me who you work for? Then I decide what I tell you about Van Bruggen.
Does the name Seraph Industries ring any bells?
Seraph Industries? Isn't that American company stole all the headlines a while back? You're still in business?
Why wouldn't we be?
Check the news. Biotech corporations seem to be failing a lot these days, especially the ones who are making enhancements. Van Bruggen's in the Alice Garden pods. Capsule 301. Place is a rat hole. Useful sometimes. Make sure you leave him in the same shape you find him.
And if I don't?
Your call. But those implants of yours might look even more special on somebody else.
Okay, meet Van Bruggen in the Alice Garden pods and don't kill him. Okay.
Right. Tong is helping Van Bruggen. He stashed him in the Alice Garden pods.
Thought as much. A hacker who knows his way around corporate firewalls would make a valuable asset for the triads. I'm at the pods myself, Jensen. Want me to run interference?
No. Don't put yourself in...
Hey, leaving already, tough guy? Because you might want to go over to the bar and order yourself a drink before you do. Maybe Bobby will have something for you.
Bobby?
The bartender. The real bartender, that is.
Thanks. I just might check that out.
You do that.
I wonder if that guy's going to be pissed that I walk out without paying.
You got a favorite poison?
Looks like Tong's running a nice operation here.
You for hire? Because a suspicious man might not appreciate you asking.
A suspicious man might also wonder what kind of job gets handed off to strangers. But all right, I'll bite. What are you offering?
I got a problem I need solving. Trouble is, none of my usual guys are available. And this problem? It involves a woman. Someone who owes Tong Operation here some money. Getting it out of her is proving to be difficult. It's a dirty job, but it pays well.
But somebody's got to do it. Sure.
I'm listening.
That's what I like to hear. This woman, Jaya, she's a broker. Highly competitive field in Hengsha. But without the right skills, her business wasn't doing so well. So we helped her out, gave her a nice social enhancement upgrade chip so she could understand her client's needs. Now, it's time to pay us what's due, but she says she won't.
So basically you want me to be your collector?
Yes, but it's not as simple as that. The girl's gone into hiding and thinks we won't find her. But she also took her phone and computer along to keep her business alive.
Not very smart, assuming you've got the equipment to track those.
We don't exactly. But we know someone who does, and that's where you come in. Bow Tower set up a surveillance network around town, a series of relay antennas. I need you to hack them. 3 relays should be enough for us to access the database and triangulate Jaya's position.
Then I go get your money.
Exactly. The first relay is on the rooftop of a 4-story building in the Yuzhou district. I assume you've got an info link and Wayfinder package in those fancy augs of yours? I'll upload the coordinates and then contact you once you've hacked in.
Okay, cool. Disable the first communication relay. Okay, so yep, that's what we're going to do. Don't tell me I have to like sneak in every time though. Nah, Tong should have like been like, hey, this guy's cool, he's working for us. That's what I would assume, to where I don't have to pay. For those of you watching live, it is greatly appreciated that